That's my goth dance that I do under the bridge. That's what I do under the bridge. Hi, friends. At least I've got you guys. Hello, hippie. Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad to have you here again. So, I'm plugging in some ideas for things I want to talk about tonight. Well, that's because I have a regular schedule, and apparently so do you. But I stream twice a day, so you can always catch me during the other stream, unless you have classes at 2 different times during the day. Ah, I see. I don't know what time zone that is, so. This is weird. Notepad++ is looking different. I need to find a good program to replace that as my Word document processor for the show. Let's put my lucky earrings in and get some of my other witchy jewelry on. Oh, Florida time. Okay. Yeah, so then what time is it there then? 10 p.m.? You're in class at 10 p.m.? I used to have night classes. So. Yeah. That's what I figured. What did I do today? I did my stream, then I took a nap, then I went and I got my medicine. That's all I've done today. Yesterday was so productive that I ran out of energy for today. I used up all my spoons. You missed the morning streams? Okay, gotcha, yeah. Yeah. I know, they are, and it was like all of them, too. Which includes Tramadol. So he gave me what? These are 50 milligram. Why did you give me these, doctor? What the hell, man? Now I gotta call them, deal with a whole bunch of bullshit. Tomorrow's Saturday. Oh. Well, that sucks. And I don't understand this, too. Maybe you'll know. Where the quantity is written, they've circled it and put... I know this is backwards, but, like, even forwards, this isn't going to make any fucking sense. Like... the fuck does that mean? It says 30 right there, but they've, like, circled it and written a thing. Yeah, like, fuck, dude. And you know what really fucking sucks is I can call all day. I'm not going to talk to him. I'm going to have to talk to some receptionist who will send him a message, and he'll respond to the receptionist, and they'll call me back and tell me what he said. So I don't get to actually know anything. I just get to know that something's wrong. Cool. I hadn't looked at the bottle until just now, so I didn't realize that that was the case, that they had fucked me. Sister, they've given me 50 times 2 before. Or no, they give me 50 times 4. 50 milligram times 4 times per day. But it was only for 5 days. I think I've heard that too. They're not allowed to do like more than 10 days at a time or something weird. Yeah. Not much to go over. There's just the situation. But that just means that when I go in at the end of the month, I'm going to be like, yeah, so, I didn't smoke that much less weed because you didn't fucking give me the wrong dosage. Or you didn't give me the right dosage. So no, I didn't lower how much weed I smoke. Fucker. Yeah, it would be bad. You get in a lot of fucking trouble if you got caught. You might get expelled. Wait, is this college or high school? I know you said once that you're young, but don't tell me if you're over or under 18. Just tell me, is this college or high school? College doesn't care so much as long as you're not drunk. Professor's not going to give a shit if they see a bottle of whiskey on you. Yup. Do not do it. You, I'm sure, are on the upper end of high school, and therefore the cost to anything you might do that would jeopardize your ability to graduate is greater and greater the closer to graduation you get. Yep. Every day you go to school, you have one more day that you will be losing if you fuck it up. Now, granted, that is the sunk cost fallacy, but in this case, it applies. Yeah. Senioritis is a little overblown. Although I ditched 90 days my senior year. And just started coming to school in house robes and pajamas because I was just like, oh, this doesn't matter. If they even so much as think it's liquor, you'll be in trouble. Let me put it that way. If it's water or it's tea and a teacher becomes convinced that it is liquor, you will be expelled. So if it is liquor, the odds of them being convinced it's liquor are much higher. Teachers are usually pretty cool, but administration generally doesn't give a fuck about you. They will expel you at the drop of a hat. Actually, they'll probably call the campus cop on you, is what would happen. I can't endorse underage drinking anyway. First of all, because it would be unwise as I try to push myself as a public figure for me to go around encouraging people to break the law. So, I don't. Now, if we're talking about Minecraft, we're talking about your sim character. That's what I feel about that. I'm always looking over here because that's where I see myself. That's where the camera is. They're close, but not perfect. Just a Minecraft RP server. Nothing more to see here, officer. Nothing to see here, officer. We're just role-playing. Nice. Hey. You. Hi there. It looks like I'm staring into your soul. Listen to me. This is very important. I've come from the future. I am your great-grandson. I have to protect you. I got something. I got something at Goodwill. I stopped by Goodwill on my way to get my medicine, and I got something. Something exciting. Okay? So, soon, perhaps next week, we will enable a feature where you can donate, and once you have donated, I will pull this out. And I will spin it. And this will tell me what I must do. This was $5. One piece of candy. Do a little dance. Get a little treat. No candy. So all I gotta do is repaint these. And we got ourselves something fun. It's gonna be like, play a Steam game. Log out. Log into Chatterbait. Masturbate on cam. Do a push-up. That's true. You will just continue to send me affection through dollars, you dirty little pay pig. here's the thing. I gotta do anything I can at this point to fucking get people watching this bullshit. I'll spin a wheel. I'll do a head spin. I'll backflip. If you're broke, then tell your friends to watch the show. What are you doing? You're connected to hundreds of people. You know how many people you could get in to watch me? You could make it the new cool thing for seniors to do. You could be like, oh, you don't watch Count Howell? I don't think you should sit with us. Don't snap my neck. What did I do that was going to snap my neck? What did I do? Did I pop my neck? Like that? Oh, spin on my head. I would break my neck. What? My neck? I can do that 3 or 4 times a day. You have 3 friends? What a great way to bond with new people. Get them to watch the show. You'll have a lot to talk about together. All of my friends are in this chat room. I used to have more viewers. Then they all stopped watching me. I caught you. I caught you. When I was young, like 19, 20, my friends and I used to party. We had this weird thing that we do. I started it, and I don't know why, okay? This is different times, mind you. So I'd walk up to a friend when we're all, like, drinking and have a party or whatever, and I'd be like, hey, let me see your hand. Let me see your hand. I want to show you something. And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, let me see your hand. They'd give me their hand, and I'd take it, and I'd touch it on my genitals, and I'd be like, I caught you being gay. And that was just like this thing that I kept doing to people, is that I kept like making them be gay and then telling them that I caught them being gay, and I was going to tell. I'm going to tell everyone what you did because I caught you. These were different times. Beep-doop. What do you want? Instagram. Sorry, that's sometimes I start transforming into Dr. Jekyll. You have back fat. How do you know? How do you know you have back fat? Does it roll if you like arch your back? I've never had fat in certain places on my body. My gut is still like not even fat. Yeah, I'm thinking like doesn't fat kind of evenly distribute across the back? It's not like you have a beer gut on your back. It's not like you develop like a camel hump. So what do? Your back rolls? I know some people get them on like the back of their neck. If you do that. And I know some people get them on their armpit area where it reaches behind on their back, but it may be very common, but I honestly cannot picture back rolls. If you have a hump, you have an issue with your adrenal gland? Wait, is that a thing? Is that a real thing? Can that happen? Back rolls. Rolls of fat on the back. Yes, that is a real thing. Wait. Oh, let me put it this way. If I have an issue with my adrenal gland, that can cause me to develop a hump on my back? Well, somebody tell Quasimodo that we have it figured out. We've got this. That's crazy. We've talked about this before. I used to have to give dogs subdermal saline solutions just because they were so dehydrated or something after we found them. So they'd have like a big bump on like the side of their back. You do. You're almost like an expert. What would make you an expert? I don't know. But you are a sexpert. Wait, no, that's me. I'm the sexpert. I'm the one up here talking about jizz and stuff. You are a Secrecat RN. That is true. That you are. Francisco! I haven't seen you in a minute. How are you? You are a wordsmith. You can rhyme words with anything you want to, if you think it's worth it. If you deserve it, you can just curve it. The fact that you're a wordsmith doesn't mean that you earned it. Bam! Bam. You are with intestines bad. I kind of guessed that that's what that meant, sister. Oh, no. Intestines. Bad intestines. I've actually had kind of issues with that before. Lower intestinal GI stuff as a result of my lower back becoming so inflamed that it puts pressure on there. But aside from that, no, I've never really had pain in directly my intestines. Do you know, like, is it a condition that's causing this? Or is this just like you ate too many nuclear hot wings and now they've made their way to your intestines and it's bad? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Time to see a doctor. Back rolls? That's where we are. This sounds like a personal story. Ooh. Ooh. Alyssa Edwards. I looked it up and it basically told me I'm fat. What are you fucking talking about? What am I looking at Alyssa Edwards for? Oh, what is back? Who is back rolls? Who is back rolls? Why did this person write that on Jeopardy? I'm gonna have to watch this video at some point. What the fuck? What the fuck? Francisco, what did you expect you would come in here and find? Tonight we're talking about prostitution. Here's the thing. Did you know that YouTube does not allow you to have streams with certain titles? Because the last few days for adult sex ed, I have tried to have certain names for my stream, and YouTube says no. You cannot have the word stripper in your stream titles. I can't have the word stripper or strippers? Chemical engineer. We talked about giving foot massages to beautiful women. The two have nothing to do with one another. Being a chemical engineer and wanting to give foot rubs to beautiful women. Also, you know what? I'm not going to go there. We are on a wild ride, and if I stay in the car, it's going to get out of hand quick. Oh, yeah, it does. Or like some weird, like, low-budget horror movie that's about, like, super violence. We're just going to Berlin to give some women foot massages for the weekend, bro. Come with us. Road trip. So many mods. Yeah, we have 3 mods on right now. That's not that many. Hello, Belle. Greetings. Nice to meet you. How are you? Please ignore chat, as they have all gone completely fucking insane. I don't even know what we're talking about at this point. Back rolls, foot rubs. You can't have the word stripper in your video title. That's all I know. Why? I'm doing pretty good. Hanging out. And enjoying the evening. We're chilling. We're like another 30-40 minutes before we get into the big talk. The big discussion. Buying love? Can you rim a dog? Is it legal to rim a dog? I was looking through a telescope, but my first mate played a trick on me. Haven't you been talking about those damn chips since like 2 days ago, Callie? What the fuck? Get the chips. As legal as it is to put your penis in a possum. Okay, but putting your penis in a possum might actually be illegal. I'm gonna hot take here, guys. I'm gonna come out and say it, whether the law agrees with me or not. Don't rim your dog. It may be legal to rim a dog, but it's not right to rim a dog. Oh, I need to put the box away. So we continue to establish our meta of if that box is there, I'm recording. Okay. That is like... It was not a moral right or wrong. It was about zoonotic diseases. That's right. True. True. Tackets taste so good. They hurt my stomach. Ooh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got like a whole crew of people with fucking hurting stomachs tonight. What's going on? Hey, I am really happy to see some new people in chat tonight. Very exciting. Much excite. I'll clack my rings together with joy. That's how my kind express happiness. Shut up, Francisco. No, you're not. What did he say? Kinda? That's true. That is the answer, Belle, to your question. A little bit. Or more or less. You had milk today and regret it? Oh, not amounts either? Fruits and veggies only, huh? Ooh. I am a master countsmith. People pay me to count for them sometimes. They come and they say, how many are this? And I have to go be like, 17. And they're like, oh, thank you. How much do I owe you? And I have to be like, let me see how much money you have. That many. You're lactose intolerant, huh? Has anyone as far as been so ever as to even so much as to have been... I remember that meme. Sometimes if you just keep hitting the button on your cell phone that like puts the next word, it'll make really fun sentences like that. It'll be like, have you ever been to the place with the place or the thing with the place I've been going to I've been going to the place. And people are like, yes. That's how my friends respond because they know that I'm not having a stroke. It's just me. It's just me being me. I'll be only Portuguese. Oh, your message would be only in Portuguese. Well, it might still be funny. It might be funny if you sent it to another Portuguese person. They'd get it. They'd be like, LOL. Or they'd be like, ja, 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 ja. Do you do that in Portuguese? Is that how you laugh? With J's? For the longest time, I did not know that was said like an H. It hurts me to think about that time. Let's get high. Spanish. Oh, okay. RSRS. What the actual fuck is that? What? It's like you are a inflatable person and you've farted. And you're just like slowly losing all your air. Risos means laugh in Portuguese, so RSRS is risos risos. So it's like LOL. Okay. Okay. I'll believe you for now. What would you guys like to do tonight? A test by 12? Uh-oh. Is all your shit online right now? Oh, and by the way, I should say out loud that there's been a change of rules for the Twitch page. And that's that I'm no longer instantly ejecting anyone I know is under 18, because I am no longer selling pornography. Still not going to let you in the Discord server. But I don't have to be like, oh, you're 17? Bam. Which is nice. Which comes into play in instances like if you are 17 and live in Europe. You are an adult who is allowed to sit through adult sex ed. All online? Okay. 786K. Wait. How many people were murdered in Brazil between 2001 and 2015? Jesus Christ, that's a couple. That's definitely a fucking couple. What the fuck happened, Francisco? What's going on in Brazil between those years? And how did it stop? Because it looks like this is not, you're not adding the number up through 2020. Urs. Sorry, I just reread that one, Beard. Daka. More people are killed here yearly than the whole EU. How are they killed? What is the most common form of death in Brazil? Or are those are all murders? So what is the cause of the murder? Hey, reasons I want to move to Brazil. Because apparently butt jobs must just be $12 there, because these bitches and those booties. I don't care if you have a fake booty. Another hot take. There you go. Stopped at 215 because the survey only did research for those 15 years. You still haven't told me what's going on. Why the fuck are all those people getting murdered? Well. Dang, we've only been here for 30 minutes so far. We got the whole night ahead of us. We got the whole freaking night. From gunfire, either from bandits or police. Yikes. So it's what? Just bandit gangs versus the fucking police in all-out war over there? And they're just fucking killing everybody? Like, what? I'm still confused. Jesus. That's not good. That's not the thing you want to be at the top of. Yeah, you know, we're top in police deaths and police murders. Looks like we lost all our new friends that stopped through. Then India and China combined. Fuck. I'll have to look into that. Yeah. Yeah. What is the U.S.'s percentage of the population of the Earth? So, population of Earth divided by number of American citizens. 4%? Fuck. Jesus. Jesus fucking Christ. A third of men will go to prison or jail. We'll see. Yeah. I think it was put, we'll see time behind bars was the way it was put to me. 20% of the world's COVID deaths. Hey, we still got time on that one. Don't underestimate us. We're number one. We're number one. Or did you mean like the song from Lazy Town? Brazil managed to get on top of the list a while ago. Fucking shit, dude. We're just not headed in the direction of fix the planet and stop us from all dying. We're not headed in the direction of avoid post-apocalyptic cyberpunk futures. Like if there was a sign and it said, left, do your best to avoid the post-apocalypse. Right, fuck it. I wonder when we don't, I wonder when it will, I wonder when will Minecraft become reality? If you use Twitter, please share. What is this? Oh, that's me. That's me. You, what? Submitted your test early. Uh-oh. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, so Francisco, I didn't see you say you lost friends. That's really sad to hear. I have friends who have been arrested and are now in prison, because that's what's most likely to happen to you here. And I don't know if there's a lot of difference as far as like your experience of your friend kind of ends when they go to prison, that they are generally no longer themselves after a little bit of time in there. So your friend is now gone. Now, that's not always the case. Which rank? Due to the country for to climb up the ranks again. Which rank? Which one? Oh, and hey! Thank you, Mr. Beard. We finally get to do it again. I think it's going to be subscribe and I'll spin the wheel is how we're going to do it. I don't know what to put on the wheel yet, though. So if you have any fun ideas, it'll be funny things that I will do if you subscribe. So for every subscription, I'll spin the wheel. And it'll be like, sing a song, or it'll be like, masturbate on camera. This is all I keep thinking of. I don't know why. Artist friend gave me compliments on my artwork. She's usually pretty harsh, but I like that about her. That's wonderful. It's very easy to know someone who was arrested if you know poor people or black people. Hey, good to see some countries are alike. Good to see some things are the same no matter where in the world you go. Oh, yeah, for COVID, yeah. The masks thing. Yeah. We have an entire half of our country that thinks that if you wear a mask, you've cucked out to libs. God, I don't know if these terms make sense if you're not from America. That basically, like, tree-hugging hippies are like losers. That you must be one of those if you wear a mask. That good, God-fearing, hard-working white people shouldn't have to wear a mask. That's like slavery. Oh no, that's terrible, hippie. I'm really sorry to hear that. Or sad to hear that, I mean. That sucks. What also really, really sucks, search for mask or dope. Don't show the stream. I'll have to check it out later. The sad thing about the mask things is that, like, or let me spin this. At least for your grandma, the masks are for her protection, right? If we're all wearing masks, that's good for her. If she doesn't wear a mask, it's irrelevant for her. It just fucks all of us if she gets COVID. You know what I mean? So that's the problem, is that a lot of these people who don't want to wear a mask, it would be nice if their actions caused them harm. Instead, their actions harm everyone else around us. I have 0 viewers now for you? The viewer count always glitches for mine too. I jump between 5 to 12 viewers randomly, and I don't know why. Now 0 is kind of weird. Blame immigrants and women who won't have sex with us. Hey, to be fair, this is the hardest it has ever been for men to get laid. We do not understand how to handle this. What else was I going to say about that? 'Cause there's something I was just thinking. Yeah, that's weird. Those men, yeah, they do. They do. Women should only just be a sexual object, except, you know, a pure one. No one, like, I need to be able to take her out of the plastic package. No one else may ever have touched her. Just shut my door. Okay. This isn't the Grandma Give Me Opinions on Movies treat eating show. Personal time every week or so. Yeah, so there's definitely, how do I put this? On top of that's pretty good, hippie. On top of the whole issue of, like, men having no idea how to talk to women anymore. On top of that, I think this might be the, like, most women have ever been able to, like, manipulate wealth and resources out of men. Like, I cannot tell you how many girls on the internet or on, like, dating sites or fucking Tinder or whatever are actually just promoting their fucking Snapchat. And that's never been the case before. You know what I mean? So you also have these guys, they have no idea how to talk to women. they talk to one for a little bit, and she's just promoting her Snapchat, her OnlyFans, her Instagram. These dudes are going to go insane. These dudes are going to go fucking crazy. And I know this because I'm starting to go a little crazy. It's hard to meet women right now. Hey there. What up, Isaac? How the fuck are you supposed to meet women? All the bars are closed. COVID. And then if you use any sort of dating website, anything, it's all just chicks trying to sell their OnlyFans. Do I need to... This transitions perfectly. Do I need to start paying for sex? Let me actually... Wait. Let me rephrase this. Man, I'm down. If I had the money, I would never have sex with free women. You mean those free women that they let the poor folk have? No. I want a $10,000 hooker. I want room service. Really though, do women even enjoy sex anymore, or do they just do it for money? or am I only into women? I am. I experimented when I was in my early 20s, and it just never worked out. I was always just like, you know what? I'm not digging this. I'm gonna go home. No, I don't need to touch your pee-pee. I'm not digging this. I'm just gonna go home. That's kind of how it went. Male prostitutes are much cheaper though. Sadly. Holding in jokes that are not good. Statistics. Heterosexual women are the ones that get the least amount of orgasms. Oh yeah, absolutely. Then add in all the women who have their clitoris like cut off and shit. A male escort, I get paid $40 per hour in Louisville. Fuck, that is not enough. That is not enough. You deserve more. At least... Wait. Do you work for yourself or do you work for someone else? Because if you work for yourself, it's almost like I'm more willing to accept that that's your rate only because you can choose, like, fuck it, I don't want to work tonight, or I want to work super hard. If you're working for someone else, man, fuck that. Fuck that. That sucks. You need to own the means of your production, my friend. Well, don't. That's like the least interesting thing you could do. But we are about at the time. We're about there. We're about ready to start talking about prostitution. Because that's something that I'm always interested in with escorts that I meet, is whether they work for themselves or whether they work for someone else. And most of them work for themselves now, at least. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I had a girlfriend try more than one finger once, and that was like, I'm not digging this. I'm not having fun. So, I never pushed it any further than that. I guess maybe I could get pegged with something that was like as big around as a baby carrot and about as long. If a chick wanted to peg me with a micro penis dildo, I'm open to it. I'm not looking for it. But I'm willing to try some new stuff. I don't have anything to say back to that. Aside from, like, if you guys can be cool and keep your shit together, then you'll get to stick around. But, like, when all you do is say dumb shit, then I just want to ban you. I don't even know if I would call it trolling anymore, because trolling is like something people did in 2014. Now it's just like literally like needing psychiatric help, like to deal with your loneliness. That's where it's at. And I don't even know what to say in that situation. We had to ban someone from our Discord recently because it was just like, your situation's so fucked, I can't help you. Most prostitutes are trans, and it's one of the most dangerous jobs, not counting the ones that deal with violence in extreme situations like police or firefighters. Drink or do drugs like a fucking normal human being. Like, trolling is just a further extension of someone's inability to communicate with other humans. And it's like, I don't even want to be mad at the person because all that does is further the problem of them having zero social skills. It's almost like I want to tell them that, like, Dennis Leary isn't funny. What does that mean? That means that, like, being the guy who's, like, the asshole or who's, like, always being sarcastic or trolling and stuff, the only person who thinks that that is a form of comedy is that guy. Yeah, drinking and doing drugs does increase your fucking social skills. See? Spoken like someone with no social skills. Feel so sad when I look at statistics or news about bad stuff. Yeah. That's true here as well in regards to what you said. As far as a lot of prostitutes being trans. And it cuts both ways on that. Okay, you know what? Let's get into this. Because, Moby, can you go lay down? Because you're, like, panting like crazy. Here, let me give you something. Go chew on this. Okay. All right, boys and girls. I'm going to be recording, so means it's harder to react to your questions, but I will get to them. The mods are going to be quick to fucking ban people. And it'll be dope. So, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's talk about paying for sex. Hi, I'm Count Hal. Tonight on Advanced Sex Ed for Adults, we're going to talk about buying love, 90 Day Fiancé, strippers, escorts, call girls, porno, every end of it, okay? So, let's talk about the basics. we're gonna lead in with anecdote. How about that? We'll use that approach. I have my note open, which bathes me in this nice white light that I don't actually like, but at the same time, without it, I'm not very well lit. So, here you go. Now, what's going on with 90 Day Fiancé? Have you ever seen the show? If you haven't, here's what's up. It's two people who... fuck, I really haven't actually watched that much of the show. It's two people that, as far as I understand, have never met in person before or met online and have met in person very, very little. And then the other person like moves to America or the American moves over there and they get married. And they have 90 days from then to like make it work or something in order to not get sent home and have the marriage. Fuck, I don't know how this show works. Here's the point. Almost all of them are old weird guys with money and some girl from a nation whose economy is not necessarily the best. Sometimes the guy will go to their country. And there's been a couple episodes where I think I legit saw some people that were in love. I remember there was one in the season I was watching. It was some girl who like met a dude when she went to Jamaica. And they hooked up and fell in love. And then he came back with her to like Texas or something. And everyone was an asshole because he was black. So yeah, sometimes there's like actually some people that, you know, give a shit about each other. But a lot of times it's, you know, girls that want the money. I remember there was one. It was like, oh, fuck. I don't remember if she's like, I'm gonna say she's Russian. Okay, so it's a Russian girl, and she'd moved here, and she's like filler in the lips, boob job, nice handbags, you know, expensive dresses, and this dude is just some schlub. And I remember at some point, like, he had lied to her about how much money he had and said that he had more money than he did. And he was like, would you still love me if I didn't have money? And she goes, no. Yeah, like purses. And she's like, no, I wouldn't. And he's like, you wouldn't love me if I wasn't rich. And she's like, would you still love me if I didn't look like this? Bam! No. Well then fuck you. Give me your fucking money, motherfucker. Think I got these fucking tits in here because I want them? So, from that, let's bridge into our topic, right? I feel like that was the anecdote that I wanted to bring out for this subject. Knock it off. So, in talking about buying affection from people, we have to talk about the concept of using money to manipulate, to get what you desire out of someone, right? If I say, hey, I need help digging a hole, I'll pay you $20 to do it. Okay. If I'm a millionaire and I say, hey, I need help digging a hole, I always take care of my friends. If I'm like, well, are you going to pay me? Now I kind of look weird, right? Whoa, dude, of course I'd throw you some money. Don't act like I'm not going to give you any money or anything. Like, what? Asking about it makes it weird. So if I say, hey, I'll give you $50 if you suck my dick, that's one thing. If I say, hey, I'm rich, do you want to get married? That's my parallel there, right? I'm not saying I'm going to give you money, and I'm not saying that you're going to have sex with me. But it's pretty fucking implied, isn't it? If I'm rich and I want to fuck you. So, when you use money like this, what happens from your perspective is that gravity kind of changes, right? Suddenly people are putting themselves in your life because of your money, because of your resources. And some of those people will still be good, regular people, you know, and some of those people will be people who are just after your money. Now, as a poor person, as I've been my whole life, I've never had anybody try and be with me because I have money or something like that, or status or fame. I've always been able to be pretty fucking confident that the women that were with me, they must be with me because they're interested in me. I sure as fuck don't have anything for them. They're usually paying one or two of my bills. So if you have money and you start dating someone, this has been the plot of movies before. Coming to America, right? He pretends that he's not wealthy so that he can date someone so he can see if they love him for him. Because if he dates them as a wealthy prince, they might just want him because he's wealthy and a prince. So this is very different than someone who is poor spending money on a woman to get their affection. This is inverted of what I was just talking about. Someone who is rich not spending money on a woman to see if the affection is still there, versus someone who is poor spending money on a woman in the hopes that she might have affection for him. Now, the illusion is very, very fragile, okay? Because you want someone who is interested in you. But if I just give you a bunch of money, then I'm dealing with the same thing that the prince was dealing with, right? You might pretend to like me because I have money. So if I'm giving you money, what I want you to do, or what you should do, is act like you're thankful for it, but that is not why we are together. You're together because you like me. So one of the easiest places to see this is in strip clubs, right? And I make this joke all the time, that every time you take a group of guys for their first time to a strip club, it doesn't even have to be their first time, one of them is walking out of there going, she actually likes me, guys. I think she really likes me, though. But guys, I think that she was really into me. She gave me her phone number. Did she give you her name? Yeah, Mercedes. Boy. So, what is the perfect arrangement of these parts? Burner phone, yep. What is the perfect arrangement here? I want to go, and let's take the money out of it, right? What I want is to go into a place, have a girl seem like she's legitimately into me, and be left with a good feeling about that. Left like she actually cares about me and I am valuable. Be that valuable sexually, be it emotionally, be it in my ability to provide. Maybe I do want her to know I have money so that she knows I'm a provider, and that gives me value. Point is, you want to feel that's what you're buying. Now we bring the money back into it. That's what you are buying. Whether you know it or whether she knows it, that's what you're paying for in that scenario. Every step away from that makes the person less and less likely to pay, and more likely to feel uncomfortable. So for example, I said, if she's too into it, now I'm going to feel like, oh shit, she's just trying to get close to my money. She's not actually into it. If she's too into it, she's not into it. Now I'm not into it. but she obviously has to be somewhat into it, right? She can't be zero. So she has to pretend to be just in between. Like she is slowly getting to like you more and more throughout the night as she asks you more and more questions. And because of that, you want to spend more time with her, but you know that she has bills to pay. So this isn't about wanting to buy dances or anything. This is just, we're having such a good time talking. Here, let me give you some money so that you can sit and just continue to talk to me. Because I know you need to work, but I want you to continue to talk to me. I don't want to feel like I'm buying your affection or anything. I'm just giving you money so that you don't have to work. Not so that you'll like me. You already like me, otherwise we wouldn't have been talking like this. That's the illusion. Put a rubber stamp on it, boys. That's what you're looking for. Ladies, boys, strippers, and clientele. I tell you this after 25 years of experience in the industry. That's the default, okay? Now, there are some weird ones. For example, I knew there was a customer once who would buy dances, and the whole time he'd be like, "This is the worst fucking dance I've ever bought in my life. This is fucking pathetic. What is this, your first night? This is awful. This is... Don't sit on me so hard. You're a little heavy." And then after the song was over, the girl would be like, "So, you owe me $60. And he'd be like, "Here's $200. Let's see if it gets any better from here. Come on, let's do a few more dances. Let's see if you can do any better job if I pay you more." That's not the same illusion. He wants a different illusion. His illusion is, he's telling you what the illusion is. That you suck and can't impress him, and he keeps giving you money to humor himself. If you play into that illusion, he will continue to give you more money. If you choose to ignore his illusion and stay in our shared experience of reality, that's you. That's your choice, right? Depends on how much you need some money. So this can be seen in pornography as well, right? We have the concept of, I know that these girls are paid to be on this video. However, if she acts like she's just there because she's being paid, that's gonna that's gonna be some boring content, as she's just like, right? Because she's just there until the time's up, and then she's fucking out. She's only there for money. Which is an illusion some people want to buy, but it's not the default. The default is, yeah, she's getting paid, but she's getting paid because of how much she loves cock. We found the girl who loves cock the most, and we paid to fly him out, paid for them to have a room, and here's the video. Here's the illusion. So, let's say the girl acts like she would be there even if you weren't paying her. Now it's gone too far. Too many moans and screams and faces. Now, this just doesn't seem legit. This just seems like you're just here for the money too. This porn is no longer exciting for me. Again, there are people who do want that, but that's not the general default. People want to pretend this is somewhat natural, not that money is involved even if they have to accept that it is. Like I said, with paying the stripper to hang out with you because you know she has to work, not because you're buying her services, right? It's like if your buddy was like, I have to go to work today, and you're like, I'll give you $100 to just stay home and hang out with me. Did you pay him to do something? Or did you just give him money to replace what he would lose by not working today? That's the switcheroo you're doing with a stripper. So with porn, you have to accept that these girls wouldn't be doing it unless it was for the money. But you want to imagine that they are still having a good time and enjoying themselves no matter what, either way. When the reality is this girl's probably a week late on her bills and she's going to start crying any second. Whether she doesn't make enough or whether someone pays her enough, she's about to start crying. Which is, again, what some people want. So, let's talk about spouses. That's what the 90-Day Fiancé tag is, or what the prompt was. And then I decided to divert way off the map and start talking about strippers and escorts and shit. So, I want to have a partner. Cool. We're gonna. This is all hypothetical, virtual me, not real me. I don't need no goddamn partner. So, I want to have a partner. And I have not found anyone in my area that is compatible with me. But I did find someone online who is. And now we're going to get married. This is a whole other discussion I need to have about online relationships. But this is a weird bridge away from. Back in the day, there was what was called mail order brides. And the lore of this, I don't even know if this is true, but whatever. The lore was that in the back of a magazine, you'd see some weird number, you'd pay them like $5,000 or whatever, and someone would show up, and you'd get married. That they wanted citizenship, and that you wanted a wife. I think that the idea here was that I don't even know, right? Because it's like, how do you think that you're going to have a better life? I guess that's it. I'm going to have to marry someone either way. In my home country, it's going to be a man who treats me like shit and is poor. In this other country, it's going to be a man who is happy to have me and is rich. So, if you're that guy, maybe the illusion for you is that you are just such a good provider that you are pulling this girl out of her impoverished, war-torn, or guy, whatever. And that you are like saving them. You're Captain Save-A-Ho, basically. So, if that rocks your boat, then great, right? I mean, in a way, you are, or they wouldn't have married you. And I think that that's what does it for a lot of these guys. Then they have to face the reality of being married to someone who does not give a shit about them, who's just trying to have an Americanized life of going to the movies, watch TV, have a nice car, stuff like that, and kind of stay as far away from their husband as they can. Which these guys are not happy about. They want arm candy. They want a wife that loves them and is so grateful and thankful that you pulled her out of that awful country, you know. So, the fantasy is usually spoiled. And I think that that's the fun of the show 90 Day Fiancé, is watching the meltdown slowly happen as both people realize the truth of their situation and decide if it's actually worth it or not. Obviously, you exchange the entire courtship process. You exchange the entire does she like me for me process for she likes me because I saved her. Which, that's not a great foundation for a relationship. I mean, if it's not she likes me because I have money, which I think is what it really is, but she likes me because I saved her? That's rough. Because even if that was true, that's going to wear off pretty quick. Even if you did save someone, what, they have to fall in love with you because you saved them? You couldn't have just helped them get on their feet out here and helped them start a business? No, you wanted some pussy out of it. Or some dick, or whatever it is. You know, so, of course they're not going to be, you know, oh, my savior. They know what you're up to, you know, and an illusion can only be maintained so long. 24/7 is not possible. It's not. It's going to slip. So, what about escorts and the girlfriend experience? That's a little more in between, right? If I said that the illusion can't be maintained 24/7, can the illusion be maintained for a couple hours? Yeah, probably. Especially the longer that arrangement goes on with the same provider, they're going to know enough about you to supplement the experience and fill in the gaps. And if they're a really good provider, then there will be less gaps for them to have to fill in. And what I mean by gaps is like, they don't know your sister's name. Your girlfriend doesn't know your sister's name. So that kind of puts stress on the illusion, you know, but depending on how good the provider is and how long you've been, tell them to stop kissing ugly people. So let's talk about that illusion. Okay. This is the illusion that it's like a theme park. They know it's not true. I know it's not true, but I give them compensation for the enjoyment I get. That's kind of true. There's definitely an element of that, right? There's two things happening at once. There is the illusion and the meta illusion, okay? Or the performance and the meta performance, okay? You have, this person is pretending to be my girlfriend. And if they slip up, I'm just going to accept it as part of the show also. As part of what I'm paying for. As something inescapable. You know, you're not paying to go in a haunted mansion. You're paying to go in a haunted mansion where you know there are employees. There are people in masks. It's one thing to pay to go stay in a house people think is a haunted hotel, right? That is one experience. You are paying for something that you believe in, that you believe is true. But paying to go to a haunted house around Halloween, you are paying for an experience that you will know is not true while you are experiencing it, in hopes that you get lost in the experience, momentarily forgetting it's an illusion. So, in the same way, with strippers and escorts, girlfriend experience, that kind of stuff, more so doesn't invalidate the experience, but it does alter it. But it is not the same experience. So the in-person ones are a lot closer to this, right? However, we are seeing more of this now with OnlyFans accessories, which is, for example, you can't offer the girlfriend experience through OnlyFans, but you can offer it on your Twitter or whatever. So a lot of people are engaging in this now, especially with COVID, in the girlfriend experience, because now you can text message, Snapchat, voice chat, Discord, video call, the whole 9 yards, right? So the illusion has more oh my God, what's the fucking word? Verisimilitude? The feeling of being real. Even though you know it is not. That's the point of that term. I think it's verisimilitude. It is when you go and see a movie, even if it's based on a true story, it is not real. You're watching a movie. But if it says based on a true story in front, then it could be the Blair Witch Project, and you're still going to give it more credence of being real because it has more of this quality. Of this big $10 word I can't say right now. Verisimilitude. That's what it is. Verisimilitude. Thank you. Verisimilitude. Verisimilitudinousness. The feeling of being real. Verisimilitude. Find me that one. So like Beard said, you may be you could very well pay for an experience that both parties know is not real, but you're still engaging in it anyway. Not unlike playing Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, if you paid a dungeon master, you both know it's not real, but you're enjoying it nonetheless. It is not slaying dragons. It is a virtual experience. But nonetheless, you enjoy it. So let's talk about slaying dragons. Prostitution. I think that this is one of the more clear-cut ones in terms of you're not necessarily by default paying for an illusion with prostitution. You're paying for a physical service. I want you to stimulate me until I have an orgasm. What is your rate? Now, obviously, there are fetishes that some people have that may change that to being closer to a psychological experience or a social experience, but it's not. It is still to fulfill a physical desire or sensation more than anything. Whereas the girlfriend experience seeks to remedy an emotional experience more than a physical one. Just straight sex for money is the physical over the emotional. I have no judgment for the goodness or wrongness of any of these things. I simply want to point out the experiences or the lived experiences of what you are paying for or as a buyer, basically. However, so as a seller, no, let's finish buyers. So you've bought your service and now it is over. Look at the clock. We've run out of time. Your porno has reached the end of the video. It's 2 a.m. and the strippers are going home. You've run out of money to pay your escort, what are you left with? You are left with the lived experience that you had. It is a lot like a theme park, right? In that you don't get to take a roller coaster with you. You paid to have ridden on the roller coaster. You paid for the memory 10 years later of having previously been on a roller coaster once. That's what you invested your money in 10 years ago. The memory you have now of having been on a roller coaster. Hey there, Six. So when you pay for an emotional arrangement with someone, you are paying to enter an emotional state, and for however long, and to hopefully look back on that emotional state and be happy about it. A good example again, geez, we keep going to these two examples, is a haunted house, right? You pay to be scared. When you leave the haunted house, you are not scared, usually, of the things you saw when you were inside, unless you're a kid. Before you go in the haunted house, you're usually not scared. Only during, right? So if you're paying for the girlfriend experience, boyfriend experience, as soon as that clock switches, I don't know if there's an easy way for you to just turn it off and to be like, oh, this person, it's okay that this person doesn't actually care about me. They just care about me for money. And then still be able to get into your role during your next session with that person. To be able to buy the illusion again of, no, they like me for more than my money. If it's dropped as soon as it's over, right? So a lot of escorts and stuff actually, keep pretenses up around the activity. So they'll have you pay them by giving them like a card, and it's a gift. They'll give you a hug and a kiss on the cheek when they're leaving. They'll act like they have somewhere to be in an hour. Not that they are leaving because your time is up, but that they are leaving because they have to go and they'll see you again later. And all of these things are to extend the illusion beyond the boundaries of the time that you paid for. And strippers will do this too. This was the joke we made about getting a stripper's number. Well, strippers have burner phones and they use fake names. So the text messages you get at 3 p.m. from the girl saying, "How are you doing?" are all part of a pretense to get you into the strip club at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. to pay money. So the money you paid covers the cost of the stripper's time sending you text messages earlier in the day. You just don't experience that end of the transaction. But for the girl or for the guy, that's all this transaction is. Fuck. I gotta remember to text my regulars so that way they'll all come in. It's only a business transaction. It is not a friendly transaction. Even if they say that they are your friend. Watch how friendship works when you don't have money and can't come into the strip club anymore. I doubt they'll be coming over to hang out and watch TV in your apartment. So similarly, like I said, with escorts or prostitution, blurring the boundaries of where the illusion ends is you pay extra for that one. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say on the issue. Oh, the effect on the seller. I want to do a whole episode on this because I don't have all my pieces together to talk about it too much at length. However, you and your partner like to send each other dirty pictures. You think it's really cute. And you send each other dirty pictures, and you get turned on, and it's fun, and then that's that. Cool. You break up. And you start being a stripper or whatever. And you send dirty pictures to your customers to try and get them to come in to the club. How likely are you to feel the same way about sending dirty pictures to a partner afterward? Will it have the same nervousness? Will it have the same candidness when, even if they are different pictures, you also do this as part of your job? It's a bit like saying, if a cook comes home and cooks for you, how do they feel about that? You know what I mean? Are they cooking it with love and care, or do they just go into kitchen mode and they're just like, boop, 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 cut this shit, throw it in, bop, 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 bop. Here you go. And I wonder at that a lot. When you sell sex, is sex worth the same thing to you as it is a partner who has never sold or bought sex? You have put a price on it. Your partner never has. So inherently to me, there is an economic value to your actions now that you're aware of. And that's going to affect your emotional state around those actions. Like you are not going to be as interested in sending dirty pictures or giving your boyfriend a lap dance and things like that if that's what you do for a living. Fuck that shit. I do that at work. You gonna pay me? Does that have an effect on the relationship? Well, yeah, of course it would. But what effect? And even though I've lived through it like 8 times, I still can't really tell you. I think I'm too deep in it myself. Like, I see the shape of the thing, but I can't tell you what it is. So I'm asking others that is something I want to talk about. So I'm very curious. If people have stories about that, send them over my way. Stuff like that. That is all I have about this subject in general. I just want to talk about the different forms of love that you can buy and what the expectations should be if you do. So, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. PST. We're here, live.howls.cc or Twitch TV/CountHowl. Twitter CountHowl, Insta CountHowl. I'm everywhere CountHowl. If you go to howls.cc, you can get a link to our Discord server and join our Discord team. We have a lot of fun. We talk about stuff. I let people know what it is and we'll be talking about on the next episodes. I ask people's ideas, all sorts of things. So, also, subscribe to my YouTube channel because I need subscribers. I've got 9. Thanks for watching. I love you. We did it, boys and girls. Ow. This is like cutting my finger tonight. How are you doing, Sixer? There's a lot more on each of those subjects that one could go into. And that's what kind of like held this back, was like any given one of those topics is a topic of its own, is a whole hour and a half long fucking conversation. Just talking about like escorts versus prostitution. Escorts versus prostitution. Have I ever dressed as a fury? Like one of the sea furies from like Greek legend? No. Or have I ever dressed as the guy from Fury? The game? No, but I do want to cosplay as him. Oh, you just can't spell. Oh. No, I haven't. Though I have been to FurCon 3 times because they were big donors to the dog rescue that I helped run. I don't care if I'm rude to you. You've been trolling around all night. You exist for me to make fun of. Otherwise, you don't have value. Or you just, stop trolling around. Sister is a cat. Exactly. おめえはもう死んでる。I played some Fury today, actually, and I fucking got to that last stage of Laser Bitch, and I still just cannot deal with her shit. She has 2 attacks that are going at once. She has a sweeping laser. It's a metronome, right? So it comes, you have to whoop, dodge through it, whoop, dodge through it. Cool. But she also has expanding rings that come out at you while you're trying to do that. So if this comes and this comes, and I go from here to here, I get hit by the ring. If I go from here to here, I get hit by this. And this is too hard to time it as this is coming and be like, oh, I have to go now because they'll keep moving. And by the time they get to me, I will be on the other side. Like, I saw it today, and that's why I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing any more today. I need to fucking process. But yeah, that shit. Thanks for following, Hood. I'll stop making fun of you. I will give you another chance. Maybe I read you wrong. How are you doing? You got any plans this weekend? Does anybody have any plans this weekend? Tomorrow I'm streaming and trying to put up a shelf. I might do a Cider Boys. What time am I streaming tomorrow? I stream at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Should be sleeping for tomorrow. Is that what, when your cousin's coming over? Cider Boys. I don't think I have anything against having a Cyber Boys party. Dude, is Fall Guys local co-op? Can we local co-op Fall Guys? I gotta look. Because if so, we'll just fucking do that. And you can help me build a shelf. Online co-op. Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Get drunken Gungeon. I can only do roguelikes for so long, man. My brain is not built for those. I'm like, I've already played Gungeon. I've seen all 4 levels. Won't it just be the same thing with a different gun? This is not me saying it's a bad game. Don't take this wrong. This is my inner voice that ruins everything for me. This is why I play games for 5 hours and then never play them again. and have a million games on my wish list. What was I going to look up? Couch co-op. I have to go here. There's 5 to 7 levels. Okay. But like, for example, like I really liked the one I just got. It was called Star Renegades, but it's a roguelike, so I'm kind of over it already. I played it 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, oh, this never advances. This never goes anywhere. Okay, never mind. I'm done. Good thing I spent $20 on this. Is your god... What defines it as being a god? What makes it godlike? Spiritfarer has couch co-op? Okay, but let's say, for example, I am a particularly powerful ghost that also has those powers. Why am I not a god? Can I be killed? If I am, do men stop creating anything? Do I become more powerful as a result of creation, or do I give power to creation? This is what, dude, gods can't, there's no such thing. They don't make sense, ever. Tomorrow? Oh no, it's next week. Damn it. I was gonna say tomorrow we're talking about sluts. That's next week. What are we talking about tomorrow? Do-do-do-do-do. Best practices for BDSM. I'm just gonna go over best practices. Nice. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Information on how gods work. And who are you going to ask? Pay me. My time is not free. Yep. Yep. Of just, well, because he's a god. Because that's just how it works. Because he's a god. Because if it wasn't that way, he wouldn't be the god. But it is that way because he's the god. And so, he's the god. Tomorrow we're also doing Dungeon Masterclass on narrative with a follow-up conversation on racism in fantasy settings. Should be good. Should be good. There's a lot of interesting stuff to be said about fucking racism in fantasy